RESTOMOD 101.
Welcome back to RESTOMOD 101. Today, we're working with Lokar.
What you're going to do is you're going to get Lokar's flasher switch cover. Basically, it's nicely beveled out here, and you have a set screw on this side and on this side, and it's going to sit nicely right on top of here. Kind of rotate that on. There you go. And then you're going to use an Allen key, and you're going to tighten this set screw and the set screw on top. Alright, nice little trick to do is go ahead and put your Allen key into the Allen bolt, and then set it on the switch. That makes it a lot easier to tighten on. Let's just put it level, and we'll tighten the top. Good. Test it. Works great. If that took you more than 20 minutes, you're probably going to want to get somebody else to do the rest of this for you. Okay, here's our original brake pedal, and it's attached to the arm here. Looks like it's one solid piece and a nightmare to take apart. Actually super easy. Just grab it, give it a good solid twist counterclockwise. There we go. And on the bottom of this rubber pedal is welded on a bolt that fits onto the arm right here. So let's go get our badass Lokar brake pedal and put that in. This brushed steel with the rubber inserts looks absolutely fantastic. And what they also do for you is they give you 2 entry points to mount your brake pedal. That's great, because if you want your pedal just a little bit offset, you'd use the outside one. And if you want your pedal centered up, you'd use the one that we're currently using. So what we did is we put a piece of threading in here, put a bolt on it to hold it in place. Now we're ready to screw it onto our arm here. Twist it on counterclockwise. Alright, so you can see our pedal is a little off center. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a wrench and you're going to loosen the bolt on the back so you can get your pedal to turn level, right about there. And then you're going to tighten that bolt down. Bam. Alright, we have another problem. Brake pedal looks fantastic. Our headlight switch looks fantastic. Now, trying to activate the brake pedal, our knee is hitting our steering wheel. We're going to be getting rid of the steering wheel anyway because it's ginormous and ridiculous. But you should be able to transition from your gas pedal easily over to your brake pedal. And for us, we're actually hitting our knee, having to pull our knee off to the side of the steering wheel. That's not safe or comfortable. I'm having to kick my leg over. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to adjust our brake pedal. Before we do that, we want to get our gas pedal set up so we can find an easy transition and a comfortable transition from the gas to the brake pedal. Yeah, that's gonna be a little more work than I thought. What we're gonna have to do is take out this linkage right here, and it's feeding into the firewall through this cable. And we're gonna run a new throttle cable to our new gas pedal setup. Alright, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna remove the brackets that are attached to the carburetor. And as you can see, it's also attached to the back here, so go ahead and pull that apart. Our cables are still coming through, so go ahead and just set those to the side, and I'll show you how to get the rest of that off in a second. Alright, next up we're going to move the carpet cells because we're pulling our carpet out from behind the gas pedal. So go ahead and yank that down, and now what we're going to do is we're going to unhook the linkage that's attached to our existing gas pedal. So go ahead and slide it off. You want to loosen the wire on it and go ahead and poke it right through. Okay, now we're going to remove the throttle cable sleeve that's attached to the firewall. It's just on with one nut, so go ahead and loosen that nut and it'll come right off. Alright, so here's our old stuff. That's going in the trash. Right here is the mounting bracket for the old gas pedal. It's in the way, so we got to take that out. To take out the old mounting bracket, we got a pair of vice grips on it, and we're trying to loosen it up from the other bolt that's on it. Well, that ain't happening. It's covered in Dynamat and about 45 years of rust. So the only thing we can do now is go ahead and get a saw and go ahead and try to cut it out. Great, my blade broke. If that doesn't work, brute force. Let's just snap it out of the floorboard. There we go, it's out. And now we can use this existing hole to cut our template for our new gas pedal.
That is only if we get lucky.
Good, now you want to check the fit and placement of where we have it, and we can adjust it from there. Sit in the driver's seat and go ahead and try it out, and check your transition from your gas pedal over to your brake pedal. See how that feels. Now we know where we want the pedal, so go ahead and move the pedal back and forth and check the clearance of the linkage. Make sure it's not binding or hitting anything. Now use your cutting tool to cut away the rest of the floorboard to clear the linkage area for the gas pedal. Then grab a grinder and get rid of any sharp edges or corners that could bind the linkage. Alright, now that we have the opening cut for the linkage of the gas pedal, we're going to go ahead and mount the gas pedal to the floorboard. This bracket here actually sits on the underside of the floorboard, and then the pedal goes on top. Use it as a template to drill out your holes, then get your hardware and go ahead and mount your pedal to the floor. Next step is installing the Lokar throttle linkage. What we're going to do is we're going to install it in the firewall from the pedal all the way to the carburetor. Alright, this end attaches to the carburetor. Go ahead and pull the cable out of it, and you also want to pull your cable out of the sleeve. What we're going to do now is we're going to attach the bottom end of this to the floorboard. This goes through the floorboard and you're going to attach a nut to it, and then you're going to push your cable through up into the firewall and then attach that to the carburetor. Alright, this end attaches to the pedal, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the cable and we're going to push it through the cable housing or the cable sleeve. Alright, so you're going to take this cable and you're going to push it down through, and you're going to attach this piece to the end of the cable which attaches to your gas pedal, and then we're going to work on attaching the other end of the cable to the linkage on the carburetor. Alright, so get your bracket that's going to mount to your carburetor and go ahead and bolt the bracket down, and now we're going to fasten the sleeve to the end of the bracket. So now you're going to mount the bracket that attaches to the carburetor that holds the cable sleeve. So go ahead and mount that on there. And now you're going to put this little housing on that's going to hold the sleeve, the cable sleeve. And we need to figure out where we're going to cut it. So we're going to mark it and we're going to hit it with some tape. Make sure you take your cable back out. You obviously don't want to cut your cable. And then cut the sleeve to the length that you need. You're going to push it through and attach it, and now push your cable back through, just like that. There you go. Alright, now we need to attach the cable to actually the throttle linkage. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and figure out where we want to cut the cable. So go ahead and pull it through to where it's going to attach to the linkage on this little arm here. What you're going to do is figure out the length of the cable, and then you're going to go ahead and cut it. When you cut it, the cable will fray, so make sure and hold on to it. Alright, here we go. We'll cut it here. Good. Now go ahead and push it through, and you're going to attach the end cap to it, which screws right on, and that snaps onto the carburetor linkage. You don't want the cable to be too tight, otherwise you'll be completely out of adjustment. Alright, go ahead and take your Allen key and tighten down your set screw, and there you go. Now you have your throttle linkage all hooked up. It's coming in through your sleeve, coming in through the bracket, and then you're going to attach your springs underneath it, which are going to provide tension. There's a little bit of slack still in the cable, which is good. Check your linkage on your... Go ahead and move the linkage on the carburetor, make sure it's pulling the cable. Perfect, that's going to work out great. So we're going to go back underneath the truck, and here you can see our brake booster. If you follow the brake booster towards the front, you're going to find this little piece of linkage that attaches to the brake pedal arm and to the brake booster back here. It's threaded on each side, but we need to shorten it by about 1/2 inch in order to get the brake pedal to drop forward. To remove it, go ahead and take the hardware off on the side that's holding it to the brake pedal linkage, and then go ahead and pull it towards you, and that'll take it off the brake pedal linkage. Now push the boot back with a wrench and hold the shaft coming out of the brake booster, and you can use your hand to unscrew the rest of the shaft. And then go ahead and unscrew the eye socket that's on the other end of the tumbler. Alright, we have this other tumbler. As you can see, it's about 1 inch shorter on each side, so this should work out perfectly. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and screw it into the brake booster end, and we also attach our socket. The socket is reverse threaded, so you're actually turning it counterclockwise to get it in. Alright, now we attached it to our brake pedal linkage, and what we've done is we've shortened it by about 1/2 inch, so we've pulled our pedal back, which is actually going to lower the pedal as well.
RESTOMOD 101.